Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to look at some props for quadcopters. I've got these Master Airscrews to look at. Pick these up. These are going to go on one of my bigger quads, Hubsan H109S Pro. There's the sticker if anyone is interested. There's the price. Actually, that price is wrong. I think it was about £22 including postage. Sticker on the back. These things are made in America, USA, California. Is it California? Yeah, in California. There's the website if you're interested. Just bang the camera there. Okay, so we're going to have a look at these. I'm also going to have a look at some of these foldable props. Now these ones are for my other Hubsan, the middle one, which is the Hubsan H109S. We're going to have a look at those. And I think first thing we'll just open this. I've actually got the props out, so I'm just going to see what's in the box, what comes with it. There's a bit of paperwork. If I can get that out, just move that out the road. So we've got a clean wipe, just one 2-inch square for cleaning things. I'll use it for cleaning lenses on the camera. Some safety instructions, warning, the props are dangerous, we know that. And then there's a little guide there which states right and normal, propeller, you've got your black nut, your silver nut, M6, and then rotation of the propellers. Bearing in mind these are going to go on a Hubsan X4. All Hubsans go this way around, not that way around, so the leading edge is going this way. Bearing in mind that. And then we've got another bit of paperwork, 2 bits of paperwork. That's just showing you the guy's website. So if you want to buy the same place, there it is there. If you can read that. Some information on the back, which are just to do with his website, and this is just again YouTube stuff. Sorry, eBay stuff. So we'll get that out the road. Comes in a nice little bag. After I took them out, little silk bag to carry the propellers in. You get 4 in a pack for about £28. Get that out the road, and I'll bring in the Hubsan. I've already put the props on. Let me just shift this out the road. So as you can see, there's the props there. I've got them all on the correct rotation. That's the way it goes. Turns in from the front. So these things are a lot bigger. As you can see there, as I put them together, they're literally touching, well, not touching, about, there you go, what's that, maybe 2mm, which is fine. And this side about the same. So they're definitely bigger props. I've got a original Hubsan one with the nut already in. These things have been great, but they're definitely softer. These ones are a bit more stiffer, so it should fly better. Should fly with more punch. Hold itself in the air a little bit better. I don't know, but that's what I'm going to try. They're definitely broader as well. So if I can just get the angle right. If you can see, that's the wrong side, but it's that side. See, they're a lot broader, a lot longer, and also the pitch on these is a lot more aggressive, which I'm interested in. I'm hoping that they're going to be, see that pitch there? Hold on, it's hard to get the right angle. See that pitch? Yeah, a lot more aggressive pitch. So yeah, I'm going to try them out, see how they go. Only things I didn't like about them, the nuts are separate where the Hubsan ones are built in. So all you do is put them on, spin them up, easy peasy. These ones you've got to put in. Now let me see if I can get one loose. I don't know whether I've tightened these up properly. That one's loose. Just gonna position it there. Just want to show you something, that's all. So The nut comes out like that, just like a standard propeller. There's a little recess just in the bottom. Now the shaft what goes on, I wouldn't say they're perfect, but they're okay. What I've done to make it even better is put a little rubber o-ring, if you can see there. Little tiny rubber o-ring just there. And what that does, fits into there and it centralises it even better than what it comes with. And then it also keeps it off the ground. So a lot of people are putting washers in there, like, but I didn't have any washers the right side. Didn't want to drill any out. So just tighten this up first. It's a bit awkward to set it up initially, but no, it's not that bad. So I can feel it hitting the rubber now, and just as you nip it up, it goes solid, hits the bottom, and there's no movement. It centralizes it really nice. It's wobbling because I'm just wobbling on the table. Ouch! And obviously it goes that way as well. But yeah, I'm happy with that. So overall they look good. And there's also a little tail, so the end of the tip of the blade is actually tipped up a little bit. So I thought they were bent, but they weren't like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a go at that. I might need to balance them, so I'll get the balancer out. Now I've actually got one of the other props we're looking at on the balancer. Now these ones are from Hubsan, and as you can see straight away, it's not balanced. So that I'm going to get these and I'm going to balance these up. If you are interested, these are for the 501, which is this quad here. The battery is about to go any second, so I'll probably have to charge the battery up if this goes off. I'll go as far as I can before it switches off. So there's the 501. I love this quad. This is my second favourite quad. And what I've done with these ones, they fit on like that. That's the way they went on. But there's quite a bit of free play, if you can see that. Don't worry about the paint. I've just painted it up to. They're quite slack, if you can see it. So I've turned them over, taken the props off, put the props the correct way around, and now there's no. Look at that there. Fantastic. So all I need to do is pop the top on, the top nut, and that should get us away. Now that's the one I've already done, and these ones are fantastic. I've just marked up the black on the top. So this flat edge is sitting on the bottom of the motor, nice and steady, and it's screwing down to a flat surface. I've just put some paint on, so I know that's white and they're black, and that's a white one as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to balance these up, then I'm going to take the quad out, 2 quads out to have a flight. These are also a little bit bigger than the original props by about, I'd probably say the original props go to about where that white mark is. So you're gaining a little bit more. They're also a little bit wider as well. So it'd be quite interesting to see whether it gives me any jello. And why did I buy these? For that reason. That's the only reason I bought them. So I thought if I put them in a backpack, you're going to not damage your blades. I have got a pack for them. And also if you hit the ground in a crash or something, and maybe hit a tree or not a tree or a branch or something, they might fold in on you rather than snapping. So what you need to do is you need to pop these pins out. You push them out. You can see the different end. One's thicker than the other end. Just push it out. Put it on like something. Get something with a hole in, so you can push it through. And then they're going pretty easy. What I'm going to do also is, to make it a bit better, is take this little top off. So when it does go down, the nuts, which I've got here, these will be a little bit, I'll get more threads basically. Okay, there's that. So I'll actually get maybe another 1 or 2 threads on there. As you can see, should be okay. I did order black ones from Banggood and they sent me red, but what do you expect? can't do nothing about that. And they look alright red, a bit more visible. I didn't want it to be visible, to be honest. I want to be invisible, but there you go. And then when you look at the tops, you can see there's that flush on the motors, if that's visible. Don't know if that's focused, but they're right up against plastic onto metal, so they're nice and flat. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge this battery back up. I'll be back in a moment, and I'm going to do the balancing for these, also the balancing for the big ones, the Master Airscrews. Then I'm going to put them back on, and I'll let you know whether, in fact I'll show you that anyway, so back shortly. Hi guys, welcome back. So this is the next day from this video when I started. So what I'm going to do, show you today, is I bought a packet of these. These came in the post. Let's have a quick look. I think we've got like 2 sets, so there's like 8. Anyway, so it comes in a pack like this. 2 sets of these props, foldable props. These are for like a Maverick Pro or something like that. You see we've got the little ends on. I was just interested in to see whether this blade shape, and it's got a quite aggressive flute on it, I was interested to see whether this is going to make it quite more stable, more jello, I don't know. So what I've done is I've got a pack of these. They're only cheap. I think the copies, they won't be real ones, but we're going to try them. So what I've done is I've got one on the balancer, so I'm trying to get these balanced up, because they are out of balance quite a bit. Everything's out of balance I try to do. So what I've done is I messed one up and I drilled it, and it's slightly off center. So that's no good, because if it's off center, it's going to make your blade go up, down as it's spinning round. Up and down. It's not going to give you the true. It might work, and it will work. It just might give you a bit of oscillation and stuff, which is no good. So that is, unless I can re-drill that, I might put that, try to like redo it again, but it's the right size hole now, which is a 5mm hole for the motors, 5mm shaft. These are actually about 3.3 or something, the shafts, or 3mm. So I need to go 3.5. so I've got the drills here, got a 3.5, 4mm, 4.5 and a 5mm. So you want to go up in little stages. You need to drill them on a drill press. It's no good doing it by hand, because you end up ruining it like me. I've got a pack of them, so I'm not too bothered. There's like loads there to choose from. So one other thing, and these are for the Hubsan H109S. If you notice, it's got that quick release type of thing on. I haven't got one of them quads what fit this, so this is just an experiment. So what you need to do is you need to cut these off, and then you need to drill this out, because the shafts is like 5mm shafts, and you can see how much. So first thing you need to do, I'll show you this because it's quite interesting, is whip these off. So just get some side cutters. There's actually 2 bits to take off. First one, just pop them off, just like so. Just try to get them the best you can. They're not no special. And then you're going to sand them. So there's the 3 big parts. You can trim these off if you want, just like so. So this is a little bit rough. Get yourself a file or something. I'm gonna keep it flat, so we're not doing this or not doing this, and just take them surfaces off. Keep turning it and just sanding it. It's dead easy to take it off. Keep changing the way you're doing it, so you're going from this way to that way. So there's the one I've done already. That's nice and smooth. It sits on a flat surface. You can see a little bit, but I haven't touched. I've just took enough off to start touching there. So now I've got a nice flat surface, and then I'm going to have to put it on a piece of wood and drill on a drill press. if you don't, again, the blade's going to be going up and down because you're not going to get it flat. So that's what you need to do. I just thought I'd show you that if you're going to try this. Obviously let me do it first, and if it works, I'm hoping that this little wingtip is going to do something for the flight characteristics, whether it's going to make it quieter, more stable, take away any jello, I don't know. I'm going to try it because they're only cheap, and then obviously I need to balance them up as well, so that's what I thought I'd do. What I'll do as well, I'll show you how I take them apart. So to take the pins out, these little pins, I've just got something with a hole in this case it's just a hand wheel 3D printed one. Pop that on somewhere like that. There's the top, that's a little bit bigger, and the shaft's a bit smaller there, so obviously I want the small one. Get something which you can poke it out with. In this case I'm just going to use a screwdriver. There you go, Tom. See it there? It just pops out a little bit. Other one, I'd probably just leave it in to drill it, but if you do need to take it out for any reason to swap them over, I don't need to like the other ones, but if you need to swap them over for some reason, you could do that. So I'm going to put this back in, but I'll show you taking it out first. In fact, there's some there, some little ones. As you can see, they are a bit different shape. Sorry, like still round obviously, but just pop them out like that. Put them back in. Probably use your fingers to put them back in, and then just I use a vise to put them in. I'll see how these go first because these are a different make, so I'd probably just tap them in a bit, pretty much in, and then I would probably go to my vise, if you can see there, and then I'll just use the corner edge, and it's going to push all the way through till it gets to the metal. That's it. It's going to touch the other metal on the other side, and obviously that's it. Back to the centre. Yeah, pretty straightforward. You take them in and out if you need to. I wouldn't do it too many times because you'll probably get weak and slack. But if you don't really need to do it for these ones. It was only the other ones on the Hubsan one, because I was switching them around. I'd probably drill them like this, hold it with my fingers like this, and then just drill it on a press, so you get that straight, nice parallel hole. So yeah guys, thought I'd show you that just while I'm doing this. And so move this over, just shift this, balance it out the road. So there's the Hubsan ready to have a test flight. What I've done with this, if I can make a bit of space, I've balanced all the blades up. As you can see, there's bits of tape on. They're all balanced up now, as good as I can be bothered to do it. I've balanced the blades this way, so obviously you balance it so it's balanced like a seesaw, try it that way. And I've also balanced it this way as well, so if you want to balance it like long ways, you've got to add weight or take weight to the centre part. So I've done that, not on these ones, I've done it on them ones. They weren't too bad that way, to be honest. Pretty good now. And as you can see, I've got some tape on there, some tape on there. It's on the leading edge as well, so it's actually cutting into the wind. So it's just like folded across. You can sand, or you can add weight and take weight. Take away weight, it's up to you. I'm going to try it, see what it does, and just go from there basically. So there's the Hubsan. That's going to go out on our test flight shortly. Pretty nice. And then I've got the Hubsan H109 X4 Pro. That's coming in this same video. So what I need to do now is I'm going to finish off balancing these. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but I'm going to balance it this way first. As you can see, it's slightly out, so it needs to add some weight to there somehow. Bit of tape. And you've got to be careful with these ones, because if they're bent, obviously you put more weight up, so you've got to stretch them, pull them apart. So you pull them, keep them straight, and then relax, try not to move them. And then you'll get a better, see where it falls. So we need to add a bit more weight to there, so it will stop any position you stop in. But you've also got this area which needs balancing. How we do that, you're going to do it straight up. So I can't do it yet because I haven't done this way. So once I've done that, I'll balance the cone area. And then, I mean, it'd be working fine now, but you're going to minimize any vibration in this blade or jello effect, that type of stuff. So the better you can get it, you can rule out all these little things and you're going to get a better image. Especially if you haven't got a 3-axis gimbal. I've only got a 2-axis gimbal on, not this one, on the X4 Pro. So I want them blades to be really good. Because it's not going to do that other 3rd axis. Right guys, we'll be back shortly and we'll just see how it goes. Right guys, so I've got the Hubsan outside, Hubsan 501S. Really windy day. It's probably like 5, 6, 7 knots or whatever it is, or miles per hour. There's a picture of the Hubsan. Straight away I can tell it's a lot quieter. It's like it's more like the noise is duller. It's really stable. So the props are really good at the minute. So I'm pleased with what's happening. You can see by the wind, the clothes blown, that it's doing really well. At this point I'm not touching it, so this is thumbs up straight away for these new props. What I need to do is go for a better flight, just obviously altitude and things, but I can't fly here because there's a road just over to my left and a roundabout and things, so it's quite busy. Really, look at that wind there, that was really windy there. I just take over there, so I just start to turn the quad about now. Okay guys, so what we're going to do is get the 109 out in the garden, just do a quick first flight. Straight away I can hear the noise of the props is loads quieter. Definitely noticeable. With the standard props you get that hornet sound, like a bunch of angry hornets, but with the Master Airscrews on this 109 it sounds a lot more duller, a duller drone, which is always good. So what we're going to do is we're going to go after this, take it out to the field and have a little bit better flight. Just want to try and make sure everything is safe in the garden. Okay guys, so got the 109, Hubsan 109 over towards, I've took it out over near the coast. And I'm just going to set off. Forgot to point the camera down, so I'll do that in a moment. This is basically the second flight I've done. Got a fully charged battery, should get 20 minutes plus. Want to figure out what I'm doing. I'm just doing a line of sight, so I'm not even looking at the camera. I've got my FPV goggles, but I need to convert the video files to put on here, so I haven't bothered to do that. So we're up, just hovering to make sure that there's no toilet bowling. It's all safe, and then it all looks good, so I'll take it for a little bit of altitude, 20-30 meters or something. That's the northeast of England, of course, North Sea. The camera I'm using is a standard Hubsan camera, which is not very good. I have got a replacement. I'm going to use the Get Up camera, which does have a stabilization built in. It all looks pretty good. Obviously at this height you can't hear it, you can hardly see it. It's all pretty stable, and I'm just getting used to the the craft. Make sure it's not going to do anything wild on the props at all. It's going to be good. So I'm just hanging there in the air a little bit. Put the camera down. You can see the new housing estate, which is going to go up that road to the left. If everybody knows where this location is, you can pop us a line, see if you can figure out where it's at by that pier. So there's not many places to fly where I live, so this is one of the safe places, which is on the app, which says it's okay. Now over to the where my arrow is now, I can fly all the way along here over the trees and maybe around here without affecting. So if it did crash, it's going to fall down onto the trees. There's me just there. There's my car. This is all going to be new housing. So when this goes up, I want it to fly here then. I could go on the beach. That's another option. So safety first. I'm just trying to make sure that if anything did go wrong, where could I dump it? Along here is the safest bet. I never fly over any buildings if I can help it or people. I just try to be safe. We don't need any more grief in this hobby at the moment. Any more excuses they can use to throw at us. Now you can see by the leg of the quad, which I like to see that because I like to see out where there's any buffeting. I'm just flying along gently. There's the marina. Seem to be doing really well. It's not really that quiet. I mean, it's quite gusty. I would say at least 2-3 mile an hour winds. I expect the leg to move a little bit more than that, so I'm keeping an eye on this. Also on the telemetry, which I can't use because I'm on my FPV goggles, so that doesn't show me telemetry. I've got a bit of buffering there. That's just pop wash as I'm dropping down really fast, but I'm trying to move forward at the same time. So I'm hitting up unstable air. It's not doing too bad. There's my car just there. So guys, I hope this video has been useful to you. I enjoyed making it. Would I recommend these props for the Hubsan H109? Yeah, 100%. These are the ones I'm going to use all the time. The only negative thing I would say about them, if Master Screw is looking at this video, is make the screws internal so you can't lose them, because I want to be able to take the props off, pack it away, put them on quite quick. At the moment I just leave them on and I leave them stuck out the side of my bag, which is a bit of a pain. But yeah, if you could have them so those screws would go inside the moulding, that would be a fantastic feature. Even if you clip them in or something. I might even glue mine in, I don't know yet. But yeah, it seems to be okay. Seems to be flying okay. I've never really pushed it yet, I don't want to. Normally I fly up the coast to about 500,000 metres up towards the pier, but I don't want to risk it at this stage because I don't want to. And also I need to change this camera. This camera's not that good, pretty bad. I'll try with a get up camera, see whether I get a bit more stabilisation. Here's a tiny bit of jello. It seems to be jello when I go into the wind. And unfortunately I didn't hit record on the 501S, so I lost the footage for that, guys. Sorry about that. What I might do is I might put a mention in if I do another video, which I will be doing. That's my second favourite quad, the 501. It's really handy, really small, easy to use, really nice quad. Not doing a great deal. I just had a bit of time before I went to work, so I thought I'd come over with my son, have 20 minutes flight before I go back to work. And I've noticed this works van, I think it's about here. It might be that one actually. One of them comes up and stops here. I don't know why it's, oh, it might be already there, that might be it. I think the thing was spying on them. Paranoid. So I think that van is a works van from that side to see what we're doing, because we're flying over. They think it's their land, their airspace. Everyone's very protective over everything. And that's why I tend to get up in the air quite high, only 50 metres there, 60 metres. If you take up 60 metres, it's pretty quiet. And then I think towards the end of the video I could hear two people talking over my shoulder because I had my FPV goggles on. And when I stopped, it was just somebody interested in what I was doing, so it looked a bit strange sat on this concrete block with the aerial sticking out my head. So I thought that was quite funny. So yeah, that's the north end of the pier. If anyone can find out where we are, and be quite interesting if somebody leaves a comment to see if they can work it out where I'm flying from, just by the pictures. It's northeast of England, that's as close as I'm going to tell you. So yeah, Master Airscrews, pick them up off where to buy them from. eBay, that's right. I will leave a link in the description below to the seller. The seller was fantastic. He sent them out 2 days. I had them, so no qualms about buying from this guy. I will buy again. I'm going to buy another set, just as a spare set. But yeah, fantastic. They're working really good. I'm going to try it in some really gusty conditions. I'm also going to try it when I get confident with it, which I'm getting a bit more confident. I've only had a 20-minute flight. Then I'm going to fly out of GPS and start to push it to see whether, and punch out and things, because the ups and downs I want were quite quick when you come out of GPS mode. So that's the end of the video. What we're going to do is I'm just landing now. So guys, if you like this video, I appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, it'd be fantastic if you could pop me a subscription there, because I'm trying to get my subs up. Any questions, leave it below and I'll get back to you if I can help, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers guys, thanks for watching.